My name is Kirkley, and I'm a senior studying chemical engineering in Plan 2, and I'm from Houston, Texas. Go Cypress. I write for Jonathan, and I really wish I knew this guy a lot better myself, but we grew up in church together, and when we were both in 8th grade, there was an announcement that he was hospitalized due to liver cancer, and for better part of a month or 2 months, everyone in the church is praying for his recovery, and it just seemed like a really tough, it was just really tough at that time. But then when I heard from my mom through a call that he had passed away, I just didn't know what to think. One, because this is a person who had so much years, a lifetime ahead of him of school life, love, and just happiness, and now it's gone. Cancer has a way of coming back to haunt you, and I found that out when I was in 11th grade. Now in 11th grade, I missed the school bus. I was running out in an attempt to catch it. Then I noticed that my mom was crying to the couch, and I asked her what happened, and I had found out from her that she had found out earlier that morning that her mom, or so we always called her Wehamane, which is grandma in Korean, and found out that she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer and that she had months to live. So next day, my mom was back in Korea and staying with her until she passed. And during that time, I was just completely shocked and floored at how much this disease can change people. Where my grandma was tough as nails and worked so hard on her own to raise my mom in a country that was at that time discriminatory towards mixed race people, and my mom inherited that same toughness as she raised me and my brothers. And seeing my grandma in such a state of weakness and seeing my mom's fighting spirit mixed with tears, it just was really hard to deal with. And through that, I thought back to Jonathan, and I realized cancer doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're old or if you're a kid. It can just happen at any time, and that's honestly really, really scary. And I just don't think the world ought to be this way. I think that people have the capacity and have the ability to work together to end cancer. So I'm writing to raise cancer awareness so that people can figure out if they have signs of cancer and figure it out early so that they can quickly treat it less painfully. That's what happened to my mom and my grandpa. They were able to find warning signs just by knowing what they were, and was able to prevent having to go through extensive treatment and chemo. So I just believe that knowledge and spreading that knowledge across the country is so important in this fight against cancer. And lastly, I ride because Jonathan doesn't have a choice as to whether he can ride or not. So if I am here still alive and I have the capacity and ability to ride, then that's what I feel that I should be doing to honor everyone who's been going through this fight, so that one day we don't have to worry about this anymore. So I heard about Texas 4000 way back when I was a freshman. My student mentor at the time was a rider for the 2015 team, and I was thinking about applying right away, but I was kind of uncertain as to what my motivations were at the time. Yes, there are people that I really wanted to ride for, but I wanted to make sure that was my heart in the right place? Was I joining this organization and joining this fight all for them and for everyone else affected by cancer? Or was I doing it to raise myself to look better? And at that time, realizing that this was a debate, I had to debate about this question, I knew already that I wasn't ready. So I decided to wait until I felt that my heart was in the right place, and that if I still felt compelled to join this fight against cancer and go the distance and bike to Alaska by my junior year, then I'll apply. And as luck would have it, or as fate would have it, I was still fixated on wanting to ride for everyone. So I then applied junior year, and thankfully enough, I got in, and on the 2018 team now. Texas 4000 has impacted my life by exposing me to a team of such wonderful people and unique people, all from such different walks of life, but that everyone is so down to earth and cares so much about the mission has just inspired me to always be having that same mindset of thinking of how I can best serve others and how I can do it make sure I'm doing this with a team that I love and to continue on with the passion that I had when I first joined. And luckily, teammates are really good at just keeping me going that way. And lastly, it just taught me life's too short to chase after the next best thing. Sometimes if this is one mission, if I'm even only able to change one life by cancer, then that's enough for me. So I think my best memory of Texas 4000 so far was it was actually just a week ago after our first meeting of the year. One teammate, Jake, said that another teammate, Chris, was making cheesecake at his apartment, and I was like, cheesecake? Okay, I gotta go. But when I had gone there expecting to find really good cheesecake, I did find really good cheesecake, but what I realized was that cheesecake was made from scratch for one person initially, and it was for a teammate who had just deferred to our team, and it was a way of welcoming her to our team. And just seeing that and seeing all the people who are there like supporting her and supporting each other, that made me immediately realize, yeah, this is the best team of people that I could ever hope to be a part of.